is 8:30 a.m.
We actually contemplated doing this as an ASMR episode because our friends are still sleeping.
Oh my God. Could you imagine just like a whole...
People would be like, listen, I was here for the ride, but like, I've got to get off this train.
How many episodes did you listen to Saucy Sibs? No, I stopped listening once they started whispering nonstop.
You guys, it's episode 9. Can you believe it?
It is episode 9.
So I am really proud of us.
Yes.
Because we've done it every week. We are committed. It's 8:30 a.m. Nick used to not wake up before 11.
No, yeah. Honestly, 11 would be early. I mean, I'm the type of person that could, if I don't have anything to do, and if I want to, I could sleep till 5 p.m. I just have that.
Unnatural.
I know, I'm kind of a vampire. Like,
Yeah.
I just sleep during the day. But I'm up. It is 8:30 a.m.
This is because Nick has to go to work in 37 minutes. We have an alarm set. But
I know.
This is what we want to do with our lives. You know, it's been a busy week and we're trying to get ourselves settled, but no matter what, the podcast is coming out.
Yeah. Going to work. It's been interesting. It's early too. You got to be there at 10. So,
Nick, what are we drinking?
we are drinking some herbal tea, some throat coat, because
You guys ever had traditional medicinals throat coat?
traditional medicinals throat coat. Yeah, Francesca and I are still a little sick from, the Arctic high alpine tundra that we're in. But, it's good.
Yeah, we don't have the vid. Don't worry.
No, yeah, not the vid. But I
Not
just
that
feel
you
like,
could catch it through the podcast. But...
I mean, some people.
Oh, I can't.
Yeah, you can't catch it through the vid. Be like, I like to hang out with Nick just like through a microphone because he can't get me sick. But yeah, so it's 8:30 a.m. and I told Francesca that, I
couldn't wake up.
Yeah, we couldn't wake up. And I was like, we could drink some caffeine, but where we're staying, there is a trampoline and it just snowed like a foot of snow yesterday. And I said, Francesca, jumping on the trampoline will wake you up and the cold shock proteins are good for you.
Yeah, he got me. He was like, what would Wim Hof do?
Wim Hof, just go jump on it. And she did.
I cried a little.
And now she's awake.
But you guys, I don't even the video is so embarrassing. He kept telling me to do a flip.
I was like, Francesca, do a flip. And she did not a flip. She did it looked like a raccoon getting tased. Just like a... Yeah, it was like a flop on the side with your hands up. Like there was no even
I tried so hard.
Rotational axis, nothing. Absolutely nothing.
You could see the effort. I tried so hard.
Videos to come with that one.
But there was a lot of ice. There was a thick sheet of ice on top of it. I wasn't prepared for that.
It was icy. Okay.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be fluffy, but it was a sheet of ice that I broke like a pane of glass.
Oh man.
It was scary. That would have hurt.
Did it hurt when you fell?
Huh? Well, no, I kind of fell on my side and I kind of blacked out. I was so cold. I don't remember.
Meanwhile, I'm in the comfortable cabin, just filming. Man.
I had to sit on the bathroom floor for a second to recover.
But Francesca, you got a job too.
I did.
Tell us about that.
I got 2 jobs in one day. Because I'm just so employable. I'm like, look at me, I'm cute. I know wine. Don't you want me behind your bar?
Just put me behind the bar.
Yeah. So, but what I'm most excited about I got a bartending job at Gravity House. It's at a place called Cabin Juice. So it's a boutique hotel, pretty swanky. I'm excited about that, but that's definitely more like craft cocktails and the full-on bartending thing. But what I'm most excited about is my favorite winery in town, Carboy Winery. Our friend manages at Dominica. And before we left town, I was like, gosh, I love, it's only the cutest girls that work there. And I started becoming friends with them. And I was like, man, I wish I wasn't leaving town. This is my ideal job. I just love it here. And you get to meet people and talk about wine. And she was like, well, if you ever move back, I'll hire you. So
we moved back.
4 months later, I walk in with my resume. She was like, shit. She's like, I don't have any shifts for you. And she's like, I'm just going to make it work because she's an angel. And so she's giving me her Tuesday days. We're going to call them See You Next Tuesdays.
Everyone head to the winery. Francesca's working.
Tuesday day, guys. We're getting wine drunk. It's going to be Mom Bomb after Mom Bomb.
Ooh, Mom Bombs. Can we talk about it?
Yes, that's our word of the week, guys. We're going to start doing a word of the week.
All right. So we were in Aspen and we know them as Pinot Bombs in Aspen. And I was like, ooh, Pinot Bombs. What's that? It literally is just 2 ounces of Pinot Grigio in a cup and you take it like a shot. Nothing creative about it. But here in Breckenridge, we call them Mom Bombs, where it'll be either rosé or Chardonnay. And I think Mom Bombs are way cuter. But I guess you could do really any kind of white wine, anything a mom would drink, you know?
We should put them on the menu. So See You Next Tuesdays is actually a nod. I'm obsessed with Vanderpump Rules. And it's a nod to James Kennedy's days at SUR, but I think he's since been fired. So I'm taking over See You Next Tuesdays.
Yeah. We'll just say it's original.
Nick, should you start DJing them?
Oh my God, that would be so funny.
Tuesday day DJ.
Francesca behind the bar. Mom Bombs all day.
Nick on deck.
Nick on deck.
We decided
Britney,
we were going to be DJs. Yeah, it's just...
Yeah. We're gonna be DJs. You know how some DJs all they do is press play and they're just hype people and people are like they're just not even real, musicians. That's what we want to be.
Yeah.
We just want to be.
Want to be like the Paris Hilton.
No, she's like a real DJ though.
Oh, did I just throw shade? Rude.
Yeah,
we
she's
stand
good.
Paris. Okay.
Yeah, she's good. We want to be just click one button from our track list that we already made, and it's 2 days
just gonna be
before.
The gayest.
Oh yeah.
Because that's all Nick and I listen to. I listen to the same music. I'm like a 16-year-old girl at heart. And then Nick's just the gayest man. So our music just matches up.
Right.
We've really been listening to a lot of Hillary Duff and Ashley Simpson.
Oh man. That Pieces of Me song I have been listening to so much. Yeah. Pieces of Me. And I get into it. I look out the window and on Monday it's snowing right now and I'm just
honestly, your sick voice right now kind of works because she has that raspy voice.
Tuesday, I'm fading. Monday, walk away. Is that
I don't think
good?
those are the lyrics, but
I know. Oh my gosh.
I mean, I'll give you a 6.
A 6. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, that's better. So we're taking Mom Bombs, not at this moment, but on Tuesdays. Oh, also, so since we've been back in Breckenridge, we have been doing, it's been snowing a lot, and they worship the god Uller here.
Yeah, the Norse god of Uller.
No, the Norse god of snow.
Oh, that's it's really early. Sorry, guys.
Do you need to jump on the trampoline again?
No, never again.
So Uller is the Norse god of snow, and there's a few different ski towns that have Uller Fest, which is basically an outdoor drinking festival where we, in quotations, pray for snow.
But our mom was really mad we went.
Oh, I know. She's super religious, and she was like,
which there's nothing wrong with that. But I wasn't I was just there because it's a festival in my town. I'm not actually worshiping the god of snow.
Wait, Francesca, you're not worshiping the ancient Norse god of snow?
Nick, no.
Wow.
Don't disown me.
Could you imagine? God. Oh, Francesca's a pagan now.
No.
But so Uller Fest, we take.
It's huge. It's the biggest day in Breck.
Yeah, and everyone's just outside. It's kind of a walking around in Viking hats and
I'm pretty
fur
sure there
coats.
were some real Vikings.
Oh yeah, they just come out of the mountains. And
they
just
do.
Down there.
They come out of their caves and up in the mountains.
And what is kind of crazy about Uller Fest is it literally snows every year.
I think it's
after
science.
Uller Fest.
Look it up.
Yeah.
We talk a lot about science on this podcast.
I even got a text message from a friend in Denver, and he was like, hey, thanks for the snow, because it was the first snow in Denver for 230 days or something like that. And it's because Breckenridge,
So it is because they paid tribute to the Norse god of snow.
Maybe.
We participated in a pagan festival.
Did we just worship an idol? But yeah, and so then we have a big bonfire at night, and then there's music and all dancing. Fun was had by all except for one.
Well, you missed the world's longest shot ski.
Oh, yeah.
So there's 1,300 people. When people have shots on a shot ski, for those who are not familiar with the shot ski. And you take it on a ski and everybody fills up their shots and then they do it all at one time. They lift it up. So 1,300 people line up down all of Main Street, Breckenridge.
It's crazy. I don't even know, like, where do they store all those skis?
I'm sure someone has a shed somewhere.
A giant shed of 1,000.
And because the skis all hook together. They're specifically for the shot ski.
And so Breckenridge used to have a competition with other ski towns to have who could have the biggest shot ski. But pretty much Breckenridge just blows everyone out of the water now. And we just have the biggest one
in the world. And there's a parade. There's a giant bonfire. There's dancing. Nick went to the bonfire.
Yeah, I went to the bonfire and I had a great time. But you see, I was wearing Francesca's new fur coat.
Yep. It's like a teddy coat. It's gorgeous. It's from Free People.
Yeah, and this bonfire was like really big and they were throwing all of like last year's Christmas trees on it using a dump truck. And guys, this giant, windy, fiery cloud of fire came down on me on this coat. People had to pat me out.
Yeah, Nick had to stop, drop, and roll.
Literally, people were just like strangers. People I didn't even know were just patting me out because I got lit on fire.
Is it mean to say I wish your hair would have lit on fire instead of my jacket? I'd only worn it once.
Yeah.
And Nick got more compliments in it than me, which
God.
really pissed me off.
You know, here's the thing. Like, so many women have nice long hair. No one gives them a compliment. Some dude comes in having some like raggedy, unwashed long hair, and everyone's like, "Hey, your hair looks so amazing." You know, you get all the compliments.
Yeah, Nick, this is my life. People are like, "Wow, like your brother's hair," and I'm like, "Oh, okay." Like, yeah, I get it. It's because he doesn't wash it. All right.
Yeah, I used to be like, girls would be like, "You have better hair than me," and I'd be like, "Oh my God, stop!" No, I just accept the compliment. But yeah, your coat. I'm sorry about that, Francesca. I know you're still mad. I can see it in your eye. But the coat,
I'm not happy.
The coat has been ruined.
It's fine.
I mean, I'm sure my hair did catch on fire.
Yeah, good.
I mean, I couldn't imagine it not being, you know. Oh, I wasn't a beanie though.
I mean, I think a fiery tumbleweed is like a good excuse, but like, I still think like you should have dodged it. Like maybe we shouldn't even have been at the bonfire because of the beautiful coat.
I just didn't even think it was going to be that big of a bonfire.
Yeah, no one could have seen that coming, I guess.
And I don't get lit on fire often. I will say that. Like it's not something like when I put on a coat, I don't think, wait, hold up. I hope I don't get lit on fire because that could very well happen later tonight. I just don't think about that type of hazard. But I mean, what if you were walking down the street and like oil truck just spill oil all over you?
Okay, Nick, this hypothetical is just not.
I mean,
sometimes if there's like a bonfire and I'm wearing a nice enough coat, I don't even go because I don't want my coat to like hold in the smell. You don't like wash coats. Like my blue suede, you know, my fancy. When we would go to the cigar bar in Eric's, I would leave it outside.
Yeah, that's smart, I guess.
Because I can't have my suede jacket smelling like cigarettes.
Yeah, true.
So these are things, it's fine. Nicholas is learning.
You know,
about having nice things.
Nice jackets. Yeah, I don't really have nice jackets. So, all right. Getting lit on fire. I'll make sure it doesn't happen.
Nick also lost all of his like coats. Like I don't know where all your things are. Like he went snowboarding.
I did go snowboarding in fucking jeans.
I dropped him off. I felt like the little mom like dropping the kids off at the snowboarding hill, and like Nick was like, "Oh, where are my pants?" And he tried to put mine on. That's just not going to work. And then he was like, "Oh, I'll just wear jeans." And then he's like, "Oh, where are my gloves?
Yeah.
Oh, where's my beanie?" So like, I'm like, oh my gosh, like sometimes when like, I know you're like an adult male and like, you're totally fine. But the fact that I'm your sister, I feel like I'm going to get in trouble from mom if I let you do stupid shit like this.
Well, okay. I lost my bibs because I just don't know where they went. I did forget the gloves because I was just being dumb there. And okay.
Those bibs were a gift for my ex-boyfriend.
I know. I'm sure they're somewhere, but I need to find them, you know? But everyone, and if there's one thing that you don't do on the mountain, it's ski in jeans. It looks so bad. I think my friend was embarrassed that I met up with. He was just like, "Wow, you're in jeans." You know? But I did it. I prevailed. and we shredded. So
Yeah, I was like, call me. I'll pick you guys up if
And
you
then-
get cold. But you're very stubborn.
well, I thought that like maybe if I didn't have gloves and I was in jeans, I was only going to do like 1 or 2 runs and be like, okay, I'm going to go to the bar. But no, I stayed out the whole day. It was great. My friend brought me gloves though.
I have no desire to snowboard yet.
Oh.
I'm not used to this weather.
It's so fun.
I feel like last year I was like, I'm just like a little snowboard girl. I'm like going out with all the bros and like, the desire is not in me.
Yeah, my thing with snowboarding is it's always pretty early in the morning and it's always kind of cold.
I know.
You know?
I decided I'm like a fair weather skier. Like next time it's like sunny and like nice.
Yeah.
I'm
but
not
it
trying
feels
to
so good to get after it sometimes,
totally. But
Even
like,
if you have to ski in jeans, where
it's just like, just send it. We're back for a week.
I know. Just send it, guys.
God, ski culture, it's a culture shock.
Oh man, it is. Pray for snow.
It's just like that's what people talk about. You'll like meet a guy at the bar and he's like, yo, like my K2 slapstick kickflip like board rocker has so much camber. I'm just saying. Does that even make sense?
Has so much camber.
Yeah.
I actually do know what all that means.
Yeah, but like I don't even like go down groomers anymore. I just want to like hit the park.
Yeah. If it's icy out, I only hit the park, you know?
I do want to do a jump this year though. Fine.
Francesca, if you start doing jumps off a snowboard, I think that would be like cool.
I've gone off a jump.
Really?
I've never landed a jump.
Oh, okay.
I've shot myself off of them.
Well, that's good. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, a lot of people don't even know how to like doing a jump is just completely out of the question. So,
No, yeah. I just gotta I get scared midair
yeah,
and then I just fall.
yeah, it's all about confidence and realizing that you're not totally in control, but you got it. You'll land it.
This is also what happened this week. Nick's boyfriend, since we got back, got a girlfriend.
Yeah, listen, I don't often being up in these small ski towns, I have a lot of boyfriends, like little straight boyfriends, and but my most recent straight boyfriend, he recently, since I've left, has gotten this girlfriend, and so that's fun, which is fine. It happens. But we did meet his parents because his parents were in town.
We ran into him.
Yeah, and oh my gosh, he sent me this text, so we were just like talking to his parents. Let me read it to you guys. He said, I said, hey, I loved meeting the Rents. He said, hey, they loved you. They were like, damn, you have some beautiful, fun friends.
What a compliment.
I know. Thank you, parents.
We're great with parents.
Oh, yeah. But no, that's good. Good for him. We love that.
We love that for him. She seems
Yeah.
nice.
She's nice.
Great.
She's lovely.
Mm-hmm.
But listen, it's really hard to get. It's like dating up here in these small mountain towns is a wild ride. People are promiscuous. People are ridiculous. And they're slim pickings.
They're insane. Actually, we had this 80-year-old woman that used to live like next to us in our old place we lived here. Her name was Carlene. And she was like, oh, Francesca, are you dating anyone? And I was like, Carlene, like, are you kidding? Like, no one's dateable up here. And she was like, well, it's always been like that. You know what they say? And I was like, what? And she's like, well, the odds are good, but the goods are odd. Yeah.
Wait, I've never heard that.
Really?
No.
Yeah, because like there's so many dudes up here. So like if you're a girl, you move to the mountains, it's like you're fresh meat. There is men everywhere, but like the goods are odd. I even went on a date with like this guy in Denver. And he was just like he goes, so like what are you doing in Breckenridge? Like I almost didn't move back like for this reason, but I'm just gonna try and hang out in Denver a lot more. Actually, I'm manifesting a Denver boyfriend.
Yeah, a boyfriend that stays in Denver.
Yeah. Then it's like a part-time boyfriend. He's normal. He has a real job. And like, I understand like we're the crazy people doing this, but like we're definitely like different. Like we're odd, but the dateable men up here, you guys, like, he was like, so we're on a date. And he was like, what are you doing in Breckenridge? And I was like, well, what do you mean? And he goes, well, like, don't you like want to get married and like have kids? And I was like, yeah, like that's like the goal, like one day. And he goes, well, you're not going to find it in Breckenridge. So
yeah, I've heard a lot of people, they like import their boyfriends or their husbands.
I would like honestly, ideally, if I like had a significant other and then moved up here with them.
Right.
But there's like no way I'm going to meet someone in town. We know everyone.
Yeah, we're probably not meeting our.
Yeah, unless there's like some like secret remote worker lurking around like New York, LA, San Francisco. He decided to work remote from the mountains this season. I could see that maybe.
Yeah. I mean,
vacation, bachelor parties, but honestly, when there's like a bachelor party of like friends and like let's say they meet me, like at this point, like I'm just a townie.
oh man.
I know.
Townie.
Exactly. Like technically it's like, oh, like you live here. Yikes. It's like, no, I used to live in New York. I swear I'm normal. But like, yeah, no, that's what mom told me. She goes, all those men are just going to see you as a townie now. She's like, good luck with that.
Good luck with that.
But because of Nicholas and I decided to start a little new little segment. So we're each going to pick a Tinder profile a week and just read it, and discuss it.
Mm-hmm. This is what we're dealing with. Okay. Yeah. I'll go first.
Yeah, please.
This one, oh man.
And we each haven't seen them yet.
Nope. Okay. So he says, what I'm looking for is a real man. I'm tired of games and bullshit. Just because you want to meet up doesn't necessarily mean I want to fuck. I'm like, okay. I mean, I guess, like, sure. Like, yeah. And then he goes, I'm interested in racing, camping, outdoorsy stuff. Although night out at the bars or hanging at home are good too. I'm like, okay,
yeah,
normal.
Sure. Reasonable.
I guess. And he says, I'm not your typical gay guy. And I'm like, oh,
here we go.
Okay. ... Guess that's why I'm single. And I'm like, okay. Because I also prefer guys who act like a guy. And I'm like, okay. Yeah, so at this point, I would just stop reading. But then this last little stanza just takes a turn. And he goes, don't ghost me. If you do, I'll know your pics are fake because you have no balls and you may get put on blast. Karma's my big brother and he protects me well. May the odds be ever in your favor if you're a thief. I know more than you think. And I go, what the fuck was that? So
did he just threaten you?
Yeah.
In his dating profile?
I know. And I've not messaged this guy. I haven't. So I had to message him. And I just wanted to be like, hey, a little advice from a random stranger online. Maybe if you're trying to get a date, don't threaten people before you've even spoken to them. Because I was just like, I know more than you think. What the fuck was that? Like, I'm sitting here like...
you might get put on blast?
Like, I'm just like, already, he has attacked me. He has doxed me. He has, threatened me.
Yeah. And like, I don't know, are you going to be a real man enough for him?
Yeah. So I messaged him and I said that. And he was so funny. His response was like, oh, really? Does it come off that way? And I said, yes. Yes, it does. He goes, okay, I'll have to change it then. Thanks. He was so receptive to my advice. I was like, maybe he did just not know how he was coming off.
Maybe he's just having a bad day.
I know, he just wrote it at the wrong time. But I was like, dude, you don't want to do that. Like, I don't know. So I thought that was a cute little funny, like, I guess, happy-ish ending to...
It was. You saved him.
Yeah, hopefully he got laid. Okay.
But he doesn't... Like, well, can we talk about, though, like, the mask for mask?
Oh, my God.
So the men in the mountains, they... only want other masculine, like, mountain men.
Right.
Which is okay, like everyone's preference, of course. But it's just like almost like a hatred for themselves being gay.
Well, what it is a lot of gay men aren't comfortable with being gay. So once they first come out becoming gay, they think that being a masculine gay man makes them somewhat more palatable. And sure, it might. But the thing is, you're still holding on to acceptance to society by two strands instead of one. And that's not cute. And you don't need to hate on guys that aren't, Yeah. And that's the thing. So I just love, if you say mask for mask, we're probably not even going to be friends. We're not my type of person in general. Yeah,
it's interesting up here.
Hey, it's okay to be a little feminine. I promise.
Yeah.
You know?
Like, it's okay.
And if you're fighting it that hard, hey, you're probably struggling with some internalized homophobia. That's not really manly. But I'll just leave that one for a whole other podcast.
Yeah, we really could do something.
All right, did you find one, Francesca?
Oh, yes, Nick. So this man is out of, oh my gosh, I didn't even take a picture of his face. I forget what he looks like now. But it's not the important part. So he lives in Golden, Colorado.
Okay.
He's 49 miles away. I went to Colorado State University. This is his opening line. Brace yourself.
Here
Ready?
we go.
I enjoy eating pussy. I mean, I guess
Okay.
it's to the point.
Yeah.
So that's what we're opening with.
All right. I mean,
Second, he owns land. So I enjoy eating pussy. Own land in Panama City, Florida.
wow. What are we
So
going
in case you're looking to get some head and vacation in Florida, he's your guy.
Yeah.
He's really just he's giving you like
Okay.
what he's got to offer.
Okay.
Have my passport, world emoji.
I'm expecting just conolingus in every country. Okay.
Yeah.
We're putting
I mean, he really thinks he's just like painting a picture here. Oh, 420 friendly.
Oh, okay.
Well, it's Colorado. Everyone
So,
is.
Yeah. Everyone in the world smokes weed besides
Besides us.
I know.
we don't. I don't know why, but we can't handle it. We
Well,
think it's the craziest drug in the world.
Yeah. Anyway.
It keeps going. So space. I need a partner for family backyard beer drinking games.
Okay. Sounds very Florida.
Yeah. Yeah. But like that's okay. And then he not builds with an S, but okay, I'll give it to you. Build police, fire, and emergency vehicles for work. That's it.
A handyman.
Yeah. Sure. I just, the opening, I just couldn't. I enjoy eating pussy. I own land in Panama, Florida. I have my passport, 420 friendly.
Ambulances.
I should start a consulting company.
I'm like, how to
for Tinder profiles.
to be like, hey guys,
That's actually I'm actually really good at it.
Hey fellas,
Yeah.
send me $50 and I will review. I will queer eye your dating profile.
Ooh, next week we should just like read our own.
Ooh, yeah.
And we can critique them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I'd be
or
interested.
we should roast each other's.
I think mine's pretty good.
I think mine's pretty good too.
Or I'm sure you could find a way to roast it. I can't wait. Okay. Next week
Next week,
on Tinder in the mountains.
Tinder on the mountain.
Well, we're still homeless.
God, no boyfriend and no place to live.
Oh gosh.
Yeah,
guys, we're still on the hunt.
we are still on the hunt. But okay, can I tell you? I was at this seedy bar. It's like this pool hall, and I'm chilling in the bathroom, and this guy comes up to me and he goes, "Hey, I hear you're looking for a place to live." And I've met this guy a few times. I said, "Yeah, I do. I am looking for a place to live." He says, "Sick, text me tomorrow." And he walks away.
Because that's how you get housing connects.
You wait in the bathroom of a seedy pool hall and wait for someone to talk to you.
That's about how we're going to get lucky enough.
I know. That's what you've got to do because, if you have a roommate move out, you got to replace it. You can't just have some random person on the internet coming into your space. You got to be like, oh, that person. But you got to be quick. And by quick, I mean within 24 hours quick.
Yeah. It's not like, oh, let me see it. No, it's like, do you have $7,000 to put down and will you move in tomorrow?
Right. Because I have 50 people asking.
Mm-hmm. Actually, so this is like an insane thing about Summit County. There is a Facebook group for all of Summit County that everybody is a part of. So like if you do something stupid, if you need something, like people will drag you. And it might be the most toxic place on the internet.
Toxic, vicious, pretentious.
Sometimes good. Like if someone loses their dog, the whole county will rally behind you and like we will find
They will
like
know.
Simba. We'll find him. But so people post housing places there. So I've been stalking. Like if you want to know like what I've been doing during the day, like I'm just refreshing one man's junk for like places to live. And like this place came up. It's a lock off. It's on Baldy Mountain, which is pretty much in town. And I'm like, which literally is 7 a.m. I'm like the first person. Actually, I was the third. But I was like, hey, like filled it out. And I'm filling out these like hi, it's like, tell me about yourself. And it's like, I used to live in New York City, but then I just came to the mountains and I fell in love. Me and my 15-pound little Mexican rescue dog, we just love to hike. And I quit my job. I'm a part of the community.
Right.
That's a big thing. Like, you want to rent to people who work in the county, not remote workers. But it's just like so hard to compete. Like, someone in the comments, like right after me, was like, hey, I need this. My house burned down and I can give you 6 months rent up front.
Oh my God. I saw that comment and I was like, how do we compete?
How do we compete?
I mean, that
I'm
person,
about to start like.
we're just as homeless as that person,
It's true.
And I didn't burn down my house.
I don't know what the story is, but listen.
Yeah. Like, are you a trustworthy tenant if you had your house burned down? I'm not saying it was your fault.
It raises
but
questions.
I'm just saying, like, yeah.
He also has 2 large dogs. I have one small, perfect dog.
Yeah. I mean, 2 large dogs probably carries a flamethrower with them,
I even dude, I'm so desperate. And I was like, hey, I saw this guy who was renting the lock off of his house has a dog in his picture. So I was like, hey, I don't know the lock off situation, but I'll dog sit for you anytime.
That's what you gotta do.
I should have been like, I'm a chef. I'll cook you dinner.
Eggs in the morning.
Yeah. I don't know what to do because
it is such a challenge to get a place to live up here. I mean, what else are people doing? How we got our first place here, we met a guy online and he said, hey, you can stay in my place for 2 weeks.
Yeah, so we're like, okay, we're sending it up to the mountains. He's actually our friend now, Adam Jensen, but we didn't really know his name. We hadn't met him yet, and he was just this dude, and we just called him Daddy.
Yeah, so we get to Daddy's house, and we see all these photos of him, and he's ripped, and he's like an avid skydiver, and we're just like, who is this?
He
man?
raced a tuk-tuk from the top of India to the south of India.
Yeah,
we're like, who is Daddy?
Who is he? And then actually, he didn't. So we had been living in his place for 4 days, and he didn't make us pay. And I tried, but he just trusted us. I'm complete strangers from the internet.
And he wasn't looking to rent it out. He just I posted a photo of Nick and I and wrote this whole thing. He's like, listen, you seem cool. I want to help out. I have a floor.
So on the 4th day, he came home. And he was like, hey, what up? I was like, hey, are you Adam? He's like, yeah, nice to meet you. He was like, and I was like, oh, cool, awesome. Well, hey, can I Venmo you for your place? And he's just like, yeah, anytime. And he just rips off his shirt because he was getting in the shower. He's just ripped. And I was like, okay. And he just hops in the shower. And then he gets out of the shower and then he just walks out the door. And I was like, okay, Francesca, we still haven't paid him, but I have met. And
I've met Daddy.
Daddy is the correct name. We are calling him that from now on.
But then Daddy called us and he was like, hey, so my friend quit his job in Denver and he needs a room. So I'm going to rent this room to him.
Yeah.
So we had to be out and we were like, oh no, it's too cold to sleep in your car up here. It's not an option.
You can't do it. No. I mean, some people do. And they put cardboard around their windows so they get perfect insulation. But
listen, I'm above cardboard, Nick. Yeah. I draw the line.
Yeah. I feel you on that. But we found housing. And we can do it again.
Well, yeah. So then Daddy had a friend who bought a condo. And then he put up his condo, the extra room in his condo. And he had hundreds of people message. But he thought, he was friends with Daddy. So, and then he thought we were Daddy's, good friends looking for housing. So, in his mind, he was, renting it to a good friends. Little did he know.
We just met Daddy.
Yeah.
But.
So, this miscommunication just, saved our lives.
We love that.
I mean, our life took a turn.
It did.
That was interesting.
And that's what you got to do to get housing. You got to trick people. Yeah. It is literally, you have to trick people.
That's terrible.
I'm kidding. I'm so
not
good.
Above it right now.
I mean, I'll do whatever. I will walk your dog.
Oh, that's
just
huge.
kidding. I probably won't do that. I mean, I might say I will, but.
All right, listen. I have to make breakfast, and you have to go to work. All right,
Nick
guys.
And Francesca.
Nick, my alarm went off.
We have to go. We have to go. Next week, Nick and Francesca find a house and try to find a boyfriend.
And scene. Chef's kiss. We love you. Kiss.